Hi, I'm Brian Dickinson, and I want to show you how to simply customize your UVM print methods using printer policies. So I have a small example here. I'm just creating an instance of yap packet in the handle packet. I'm randomizing it. I'm calling the print method directly from packet, or more realistically, in the second example, I'm calling the sprint method to create a string to pass into the message argument of the UVM info report, and this gives me verbosity level control of my print. But if I run the simulation here, these are the outputs of the two prints. The second one is from the UVM info report. And you can see here I've got a size column which doesn't give me much information, and I'm also only printing the first 5 and the last 5 elements of my payload. So perhaps I can change those. And if I have a look at the documentation of my UVM_printer, I can see there's a section here on the printer knobs, and there's a whole series of useful policies and options I can change here for my print. Interesting one looks like size here. This determines whether you print the size column, and also begin elements, which determines the number of elements at the start of an array to print. So let's see if I can change those. So if I go back to my code here, what I can do is I can do a global change, okay, on all of my prints, and I can do that by picking up the default table printer, and I can pick up the knobs section of that. This is where the control policies are kept, and I can set the size property in there to be equal to 0, and if I do this, then hopefully the size column won't be printed. So let's run a simulation with that, and hey, you can see the size column's gone away. So I can do a global change to all of my prints by picking up the default print table printer and changing the policies of that by using the knobs section. What I could also do here is customize an individual print. So what I can do is I can create my own handle on the UVM table printer. Call this custom, okay, create an instance of this using the new constructor, and now inside of my initial block here, I can pick up the custom, I can push down into the policy knob section, and I can change begin elements to be equal to -1, and this should print out all of the elements of my payload. And now I can individually pass that custom option just here into my sprint inside of the UVM info report. So now when I run the simulation, I should have the size column missing for the first print, as I had before, but now in the custom print policy from the UVM info, you can see the size columns come back, but I'm also printing all of the elements of the payload by setting that begin elements to -1. So if you have a look out into the printer knobs section inside the documentation, there's lots of interesting options here you can change in order to customize your prints.